a new Spinosaurid, a mystery flyer, and a brand new herbivore from the absentia community. A lot to talk about today, so let's just get right into it and showcase the final mod news video of the year. It's been a long one, so let's get ourselves into it. We're starting off with a brand new Spinosaur Dinosaur, which is coming from the Wrath of the Goliaths team. This is Iberospinus. This is a mid-sized Spinosaurid from the early Cretaceous of Portugal and would have lived alongside other Spinosaurids like that of the smaller Carcharodontosaurus or even Velocci. Now, I did read while I was reading into this that there is some slight skepticism that this could be synonymous with Carcharodontosaurus, which I think is quite interesting. That being said, this was teased with 4 images which were posed for the mod. Now, this is a mod that we haven't heard about in a while. I'm pretty sure this is the same team that is working on a irritator mod. I believe that's how you say it, but either way, this is Iberospinus, a completely different Spinosaurid. This was showcasing one of the skins as well, which is a default like green, slight orange, and a beigey colour as well. Looks absolutely gorgeous. The model is insanely well detailed. Of course, this is standard with the Wrath of the Goliaths team. You've got it looking around from left to right, you've got it posing in a more aggressive stance, and obviously showing that body off overall. That being said, this will likely play similar to Suchomimus, but smaller. A smaller Suchomimus, maybe even fitting in around as a free slot, meaning that it would go up against stuff like Dasp, Pycno, Allo, but in more of a semi-aquatic food chain, a niche that isn't filled at free slot currently. This currently sits in the model phase of its development with only 1 out of the 9 tasks completed. The massive Carcharodontosaurus mod made by El Reptiliano has been teased once again. This includes the fact that we will be having 12 species with this mod, with 4 that were already revealed. These were the Retro, the Base, the Spiked, and the Tyrannotitan variants. And there are so much more that seem to be teased going forward. They did say there'll be more as well, being like similar other Carcharodontosaurids, maybe even a Giganotosaurus one, but so far we only have the Tyrannotitan teased for those species. That's going to be a lot of species, and that's a lot of customizability there. They weren't kidding when they said that. Additionally, there was new stats for the mod and a new description for the mod as well. As for the stats, it will have high damage and mid-range defense, and the recovery will be decent but also middle of the road, with the land speed being slightly higher. The water speed is decent for its size, but not as noticeable as like land water speed in general, and then the survivability will be good for the dinosaur, very good in fact. As for the description, this is it. Carcharodontosaurus is one of the largest Carcharodontosaurids ever discovered, being the name that would soon classify its family group of theropods, being one of 2 species of apex carnivores to rule a shared ecosystem alongside Spinosaurus. Using its serrated teeth, this species used their jaws to inflict large wounds that cause severe bleeding and hemorrhage, taking on tactics to weaken its targets further and patiently pacing itself until their prey has succumbed from its wounds or blood loss. Endurance battles benefit this predator greatly, with time being its strongest ally. Being a ephemeral carnivore, all creatures must be wary of this apex theropod during night and day. The JFD team have recently teased another dinosaur that they haven't showcased in a long time. You'll know what this is if you pay attention to their modding of Jurassic World games, because this, I'm pretty sure, has been in it. This is their concavenator, and they've recently shared quite a bit for it. Think of it as a highly detailed rival to the current concavenator in the game. However, this is remarkably smaller and with a very different spine along the back compared to the official, which can be seen in this model comparison here. In game, this thing looks gorgeous, as all concavenators do, with an exceptional skin and high detailing on the model as well. The spine, compared to the other concavenator, the official one, is very different as well, with this one being more pointy and not going gradually down. It kind of cuts back off like how concavenators' remains are depicted normally. That being said, we do get 2 animations for this. We have the idle animation, which shows the head animation movement. Then we have the crouched idle animation as well, which looks absolutely amazing. Have a watch of them both now. The argilla mystery dragon was revealed. This is Scorpinax. This will be outclassed by both Dominus and the Draco Viper in the air, but this will be an aerial nuisance with a cocktail of toxin within its barbed tail with the capabilities to deliver the perfect dose to inject into prey or predator. This thing, as I have said, looks like an absolute beast, and I cannot wait to see more of it. We have some shots of it in game, we have its model itself, and we have some other stuff as well. We have this very fancy skin too. That being said, this thing looks really nice in game. Like all fantasy argilla creatures do, they're kind of the pioneers of fantasy creatures within Path of Titans, and I think it's absolutely great, honestly. Now, compared to the size here for other argilla mods, it looks like this is going to be similar size to their ichthyovenator, and it is smaller than their glow plume, so it will likely sit as a smaller tier flyer for their fantasy roster. Of course, as things go, now something was revealed, we're likely getting another teaser. In fact, we did get another teaser, and it's a little tiny soundbite in a 29-second clip. This was designed by Serial Killer. Have a listen, and what do you think it is in the comments down below. We start with a carnivore and we end with a herbivore, because I'm sure a lot of people have been asking for more herbivore mods to come to the game. We've finally got one. This is Corythosaurus and is revealed as one of the next absentia creatures for the game. This is a highly sociable and large migratory dinosaur living in large migratory herds. This will be built to run away, but can equally defend itself. They mention they will flee from sudden loud noises or at an alert call from the leader. However, if they face a lone carnivore, they can equally defend themselves. The carnivore that it was compared to was Spinosaurus. This will likely be a 3-slot herbivore, maybe alongside that of Lambeosaurus. In terms of its diet, this will be a forager and a browser, and this will be a group dinosaur utilizing mainly vocal abilities and communication through the helmet-shaped crest. The Corythosaurus will have a charge attack, which will see it ram its enemies at high speeds. It will also have a variety of kicks, punches, and trumpets. The model was teased in an image here, and it looks like 3 different species were showcased for it. By the looks of it, you can kind of identify them with different face shapes and very slightly different crest shapes. It could be the same species shown at different angles, however, so do bear that in mind. There are 3 skins here as well. One is more of a green skin at the back. You can only see the head and maybe the neck a little bit. More brown skin, that's the one in the foreground. Then back in the background again, there's a more zebra or okapi-like skin as well. And that is Corythosaurus. I'm very, very excited for this mod. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As for everything, that is that for the final mod news episode of this year. It's been a long journey. Lots of mods have been shared with all of you guys. Which one was your favorite mod news or modded creature to be teased this year? Let me know. And which one are you most excited for coming into 2025? I'd love to know your thoughts, but other than that, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.